Donnie,
What's up, man?
welcome back.
How you doing?
Doing great. How are you doing is the question.
I'm I'm better than ever, dude. I'm actually 12 days clean off of fentanyl, and I've got my family back. My son's here today. I I'm just so positive, dude. Like I can't even begin to explain. Like I want I want to get into motivational speaking, and I want everybody to know my story and like how far I've come and just how proud I am of that.
Yeah,
You
you should
know,
be. You should be. I mean, to take so much responsibility for everything that you've done
I mean, I
and
never
been
thought in
through.
a million years like I would even get clean. I thought I was gonna be like a sad statistic. You know what I mean? Like wind up dead in a public bathroom or something. Like horrible like that. I'm glad I get the second chance to be a better role model to my son, and like get that opportunity. You know what I mean?
How old are you now?
I'm 33.
33.
Yes, sir.
You're still a young man.
Yeah, I still got all the time in the world to make that change. It's just I want to, like, I was always told, like, if you want to succeed, and like, I have to change the people I hang out with. I have to change everything about myself. And I've been a pretty good failure up till now. So now you know I'd like to be a pretty big success if I can.
Yeah, and your path might be a crooked one, but as long as you're helping some other kids, I think it could be great.
It, Definitely, I would say that's a fair assumption. Yeah, my story is a little colorful to say the least, but you know what? If I could reach anybody and help them to detour like the horrible decisions I made, I'm all for that.
Do you see all your decisions or a lot of your decisions that you've made in your life as do you see them that way? Horrible?
Well, I'm definitely drug induced decisions were not a good idea. It led to like I could say that addiction like ruined the good part of my life. And now I'm just trying to just mold it back together, and keep my family, together now, and just try to not be so petty like I was, you know what I mean? Like I used to just argue about dumb things, like things that didn't matter, you know what I mean? Like until I got homeless by myself is one thing, but when I had my family out here with me, dude, like that's when the real responsibility set in. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, my son, he has to eat every day. I can't have him around, junkie friends of mine. I'm not talking, bad about my friends, but I mean, we all know like we're not, the most suitable for, underage kids. You know what I mean? Like,
No, what
so
you're willing to tolerate for yourself is one thing, but what you put your wife and kids through is
absolutely,
very different.
absolutely, yeah. And like I've been like every little bit of money I get, dude, is now to just to make sure that they're all right. Like I had a bad falling out with my relatives, which was where we were staying, and it it put me out by myself. You know what I mean? Like, and I just realized like how not ready I was. Like, I mean, if it, I for one, owe I owe a big thanks to my girlfriend who locked me in the room and like held me down, like even even threatened me with violence if I leave. You know what I mean? Like, and
Whatever it takes.
yeah, she did that for me, and I'm forever grateful for that.
So you're on Suboxone now?
Yes, yeah, 12 days now.
That's great. That helps people.
Yeah, it really does. It's a miracle. I thought methadone was like the way for me, and I realize now that that was just another means to an end. Like Suboxone was the way to go. You know what I mean? Because now I can approach my days from the not sick standpoint. You know what I mean? Like I don't like I hated waking up every day and before I even open my eyes, I'm already thinking about my fix. You know what I mean? Like that's horrible. You know, my son's waking me up and wanting to play with me, and I'm thinking about just getting high like that. You know what I mean? Like,
So what do you think helped you make the change?
realizing that the ones that I have close to my, you know, that I hold dear to my heart now are what was really important, and I kind of backburnered them, you know, for a long time. And I think Suboxone just opened my eyes, you know, like realize how selfish I was being and how just not good of a dad I was being, you know, like me and my son have a great relationship, but I haven't been always the best role model, you know, and I know that.
It's interesting to see hear someone who looks like you do, face tattoos and, all the
Yeah.
crap
Yeah.
you've been through to be speaking so clearly. You're so clear-headed now and you see things like
Yeah, that's the craziest part for me is like I was just so clouded with like just no thoughts of the future of any kind, you know what I mean? And just like wasting away pretty much, you know what I mean? Like I was just like trudging along, I guess, you know, until something bad happened. But, you know, thank God I realized, you know, ahead of time that, I mean, drugs weren't what was going to make me happy. My family is what's making me happy. Like,
so you're optimistic now for your future.
absolutely. The love I have for my son, you know, is something I want to in some way give back to, you know, I want to get into motivational speaking and like on a big stature. I would love for anybody to, you know, get in contact with me that could point me in that direction of, you know, if anybody thought that I changed their lives in any way hearing my story the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would love to reach as many people as I could.
What do you think the secrets are to walking a straighter path to living a better life for you or for other people going through similar things?
Well, I set, you know, I wrote down goals, you know, like realistic ones, you know, like what do I want like within the next 6 months? You know, I wanted, I put down an apartment, a vehicle, you know, a job, you know, I put like 4 or 5 things down, but you know, I mean, but they're all like realistic goals that, I mean, now that I'm sober, I can actually try to reach these goals. But I realized, dude, I don't know how to buy a house. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to be a grown up.
Have you had a job?
Huh?
Have you ever had a job?
No. I mean, like under the table, like you know, street positions.
Yeah, no, I mean
know,
a job, a real job.
tattoo artist or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like yeah, I've never had a, you know, legitimate job. Never, you know, worked the 9 to 5, and you know, never earned a paycheck basically. So I mean, all this is new to me. Like,
But you see that you deserve something better than what you've been given yourself, right?
absolutely. Like, I can't believe dude, like I'm actually embarrassed I let myself, you know, like that I've, you know, like went as far as I did.
Tell me about your childhood again. Just you didn't come up from the best circumstances.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, my mom, you know, was an addict in the early years of my life, and my dad was always in prison. You know, my mom, she did the best she could. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, I mean, I just try not to have any, like, I have no hard feelings towards, you know, like them not being there. You know what I mean? Like there's no bad blood there. It's just we don't even speak really, and it's not because I'm angry. I just I don't know. I guess I'm just wrapped up in, in my life trying to figure it out as they were, I guess, and now that I'm an adult myself, I try to put myself in their shoes, and I realize now it wasn't as easy as all that. I probably made some hasty decisions and about my feelings towards my family, but I mean, all in all, I mean, they did the best they could.
Yeah, but I mean, but after doing all these talks, I've learned that shame is a huge factor in all these stories. Shame on your parents' part for what they did or didn't do. Shame on your part for mistakes you've made. But forgiveness
Absolutely.
is what erases it all. And,
I think
and leaves room for something good to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, forgiveness is the biggest thing for me. Like, I don't want to have any harshness of any kind in my heart, now. Like, growing up surrounded by, violence in the streets, fast-paced living, like with drugs and, quick money and all this. Like, I used to think that was like the Hollywood, like that's like the rock star, lifestyle. And I mean, that's all well and good if you're like actually the rock star, you know what I mean? Like, otherwise you're just a fuck up, and I think I'm a pretty like good like poster child of like, that up till now. I like that, like, I've shown that I can be an A1, fuck up, but I want to also show that there's more to me than that, that I know I actually have something to say, and that like, like, I want to know that like my existence mattered in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great. How important is your inner, like, deep belief in what you deserve in life a factor in all of this? Because when you were getting all these face tattoos in prison, I assume you probably didn't believe you deserved a whole lot better than what you were getting.
Right.
And now you seem to speak very differently.
Yeah, in the beginning, I kind of felt like when I first had my accident and I went to prison, doing my term, and I felt like I was never going to go home. I kind of felt like I was going to get wrapped up in the system and wash myself up, you know what I mean, and never see the light of day again.
You had no hope.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, I don't know, man, like the years went by, dude, and all of a sudden I'm going to get released. And I'm like, I'm a little looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, like, what did I do? You know what I mean? Like, and I never noticed it before, like, because when you're in prison, face tattoos and things that are common. I got a rude awakening when I got out after 5 years, dude, and I was the only tattooed face in the room. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like everywhere I went that all eyes were on me, like, and, in the good sense and the bad, you know what I mean? Because, like, it made me like, like, oh God, like, like, I feel like people were already passing judgment on me, and you know what I mean? Like, for the way I look. And I mean, I just realized that the way I look isn't going to define me. I want the message that I have, and the things that I stand up for in my heart to, like, things of substance that matter. I want to be remembered for that. And, like, I think that's why I could actually, like, help, young and up and coming kids that are just, a little troubled, and, maybe, because I think, I don't know, I'd probably be a good help to them, because I'm not the kind of person to sit there and say, hey, don't do this, don't do that, and, tell you why.
You've been there.
I can just be like, hey, do it. But I did it, and this is what I got for it. you know, I got a wheelchair and a whole, you know, a whole bunch of tears and lost years.
Yeah. No, but you're able to smile now. You're able to see things better.
Yep. I realize now that family's forever, and with my girl and my son in my life, I feel like I could accomplish anything. I really feel that, you know, that I could have the, you know, white picket fence lifestyle, and, you know, like that, you know, if my life is ever a book, that, you know, it can be like looked at as a success story, you know, like we can all come from turmoil and like, or just go through turmoil and, you know, come out on top.
Did talking on my channel help you see things different?
Yeah. Ever since meeting you, dude, it has changed my life in I can't even explain to you how positive way.
Really?
Yeah. When I first met you and we did the first interview, I had no idea. I'd never even heard about it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know who you were, and then like I just you know, like I seen on you know, on YouTube how, like, you know, you talk about like how you created Soft White Underbelly, and like just like, I don't know, dude. Like I was fascinated, and like I was like, man, like I want to be like that dude. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but the talk helped you see things better or more clearly.
Absolutely. You know, hearing people's you know, in the comments,
and the comments were very positive too, right?
Oh yeah, man, like that changed my life, dude. Like I read every single comment, and there's thousands of them. You know, I read every single one, and, you know, I took in like every one of them, you know what I mean? Like, and thought about it, and like, you know, like how much I appreciate like the fact that somebody even wanted to listen to my story, and, you know, how grateful I am to you that I get to even tell my story, how grateful I am that people wanted to listen to it and wanted to hear more, that it touched them, that, you know, like just that I could be a positive anything to somebody is, I'm really happy with that, you know. Getting sober is a scary thing, because it let me realize how empty my life was, like how like meaningless my life was, like, you know, like to me, like all I cared about was getting high, and I didn't see the damage that it was doing to me or my family. And, you know, it's scary. I'm learning how to be a grown-up for the first time. And that's real brand new to me.
Can I bring your son in?
Absolutely.
Let me go grab.
Yeah. I'm so proud of him. He's the top of his class, man. He's so smart. What's up, baby?
Who's this?
This is my son, Eddie. Say hi, baby.
Hey,
Hi.
Eddie.
Tell him your name.
My name's Edward.
Hey, Edward. How are you?
Good.
Are you happy that your dad's getting his life together?
Yeah.
Tell me about your life. Tell me about your dad.
My dad feeds me good food, and he's the best dad ever I had. And
You don't have to, like, no, you can tell him how dad really is. Like, I mean, do you love dad? Is he your buddy?
yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Is he your best friend?
Yeah.
Is he there for you?
Yeah.
Do you love him?
Uh-huh.
I love you too.
Very cute. Eddie, thank you so much for coming in, saying hi. Donnie, I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much, man.
Stay on the right track.
Yes, sir.
Keep it up. We'll do another update.
Absolutely.
Down the road, maybe who knows? Maybe you get some speaking engagements.
I would love it, dude. I welcome all the positive, you know, feedback I can get.
You're a pretty great example of somebody who's trying to transform their life and making
I
steps to do it.
appreciate that. I really appreciate you saying that. You know, it feels really good to matter in anybody's life, especially people I know and complete strangers. It's awesome.
All right, you guys. Thank you very much.
Say bye, buddy.
Bye.
Bye, Eddie.